And then interview your VC candidates. The VCs are literally like lemmings. Either they all hate you or they all love you, right? That's the way it goes, for better or worse. They operate like that. So if you're in the fortunate position where you have traction with those, you have traction with consumers, investors get excited by it, interview them just like you would interview a senior staff member, a chief operating officer for your company. It's that important. What are they going to do for you? So, Mr. Investor, I have some pretty big growth challenges over the next 3 years. What are you going to do for me? How do you think you can help with contacts? Literally, put a set of interview questions for them, just like you would interview staff. It'll dazzle them. They'll go like, whoa, hold on a second, what's going on here? Are you interviewing me? But it's seriously a good thing to do. You get a much better sense of how they can actually help you. They are members of your team. They bring money, sure, but ultimately they bring themselves. And you want to hire folks, ultimately, that are going to support you and your team. So do that. My lesson number 2, raise more money than you need from people you would hire. Lesson number 3, and you're going to get a theme of Star Wars analogies here. I love Star Wars, I'm sorry, I just enjoy the analogies. Develop strategic capabilities through strategic talent. What on earth does that mean? When you set up your startup, there are things which will be important for your 5-year success, and there are things which will not be important for your 5-year success. You should always hire the best team you can. That goes without saying. But there are some areas where you must be the best in the world to win. There are other areas where it's okay just to be top 5 in the world. So, for example, in a games company, you might say we need the best creatives. You might say we must have the best direct-to-consumer distribution, for example, and we must have the best technology. You actually, in terms of your customer support and your operations, your finance director, your other things, maybe you decide that those are not quite as important. The reason I'm saying it's worth tiering these, even though you should always hire the best people you can, is because one, top talent is transformational. That's kind of obvious. You've hired the best person in the world, they will make your company the best